Dear teachers, I would like to change your classrooms. Okay, no jokes. Alright, today we'll be talking about if school is fun to learn. I think everybody would enjoy learning, right? So let's talk. Now, teachers are amazing, right? Well, some teachers are, some teachers aren't. I'm usually good with teachers. Some others are mean, but hey, I'm still good. Right? So, if you would think, you know, I think that we wouldn't be having problems and issues during our early stage of adulthood, right? If we just change the aspect of learning or education, if you will. So many of us believe, as a whole, as a society, believe that if you go to school, it will change your life. Really? It will change your life? Good God. If I knew that school would change my life, I would love learning. But school make you hate learning. Why? You may not believe that, but I'm telling you the truth. Like most people hate homework. Yeah, there are some people who like homework. I don't. I don't like homework. I think there's a waste a bunch of time. I think grades are retarded. The grading system is retarded. They punish you if you don't. The grading system is based upon remembering things, based upon if you can remember the facts and figures, if you can talk and you can remember it. But that doesn't dive deep. Like it doesn't fix the problem, the issues, the whole mindset of a kid, student. If it doesn't, if you're just gonna sit there and the teacher's gonna talk to you, talk down to you, and teach you a bunch of facts and figures, how is that? See, you know, I'm amazed that people always brag about. It's fine if you have A's or grades A's or whatever. That's cool, but I don't think getting A's really change your life. I mean, it doesn't really change your mindset. It really doesn't change your behavior. I mean, if true education is supposed to be changing the behavior of the kid, you know, we want the kids to be good at school, successful in life in general, right? But we, like, our peers, like, will look down on you if you like don't get good grades. They think that you're stupid. Like, what the? Oh, hold up, man. Whoa, hold up. Getting grades or C or D does not mean I'm stupid. It just means I'm bored in class, or either that teacher don't know what he's talking about or she, and it's boring. Like, that's why most of kids sleep, man. It's boring. Like they yapping away. Like seriously, like it made no sense. Like teachers don't even know how to become successful. That's because I remember one of my teachers back in high school. She was complaining about her check. They pay you less. First of all, school is supposed to change your life, right, for the better, and it's supposed to make you smarter. Except you have all these pressure surrounded by your teachers, your parents, your peers, and your friends and your classmates. Whoa, hold up. If you get a D, people look at you, oh my God, this kid is dumb. He will never make it. He will he will be not like he'll be like most of the world. He's gonna be a loser. Whoa, hold up. How do you know that kid's gonna be a loser? He's gonna maybe become a great artist, or a successful entrepreneur, or a great best-selling author. But you never know. That's the thing. Most people determined by a piece of paper, with say IQ, and then what happened is that IQ become their life. They have a fixed mindset. It's not. They see the world as black and white. Nothing can change. That's a wrong mindset. That's where you lose in life. You think that way. Everybody you come in contact with, boy, that does not change. First of all, if school want to make, first of all, if you want to change, if you want to change the kid mindset. You have to make it fun. You know, I wish that school was a self-help stuff. Personal development. I would sit in school. I don't care. All the kids can socialize, and while I'm like sitting here trying to win in life, I'll be reading all the books that I can read. Now, most people say, "Oh yeah, reading is not cool." Yeah, that's what That's why when you go into school, people say if you read, you're a nerd. Whoa, hold up. You're not. That doesn't mean that you're a nerd. And most people say, "Oh, you're a nerd. That means you're antisocial. You don't know how to socialize." You know why? That's the problem with school. They don't teach kids to communicate. If school would be able to communicate, that made me pissed, right? Like people like kick out those who are nerds or like antisocial and tell them they don't know how to speak. Well, first of all, when I was a kid, I didn't know how to communicate with people. And school didn't tell you that. School didn't teach you, oh, Johnny, all you do is talk about other people's interests, You know why? Because people are interested in themselves. And make sure to find out what you're related in. The topic are related. Find what they like and find what you like and relate to them. But nobody tell you that. Nobody tell you how to be able to sit down and listen to the person and care about the people. No. We're there to sit down and listen to the teacher regurgitate the damn. Sorry if I say my language. I usually don't. The dang language. I mean the dang subject. And most of the time, it's not retained. They have not retained the information. It's lost. It made me really pissed that school doesn't teach you the basic things that you need in life, the reality, right? They teach you math, science, biology, history. Okay, first of all, if you want to learn, it's crazy. Like in my channel, I talk about a lot of things, but this thing tripped me up because when I dove deep in the self-help genre, the self-help, books and stuff, I did not know most of. Yeah, sure, I didn't pay attention to the school whatever, the memory technique. Look, first of all, when you remember stuff, right? When you regurgitate, when you take a test, you get an A, right? But that doesn't mean you know it. See, you may intellectually know it, but you don't know it by heart, or you don't know it. It doesn't become part of you, right? We don't teach the kid to act on that knowledge. We say knowledge is power. No way is not knowledge is power. Knowledge should only become power if you act on it. It changed, basically, if you just, okay, let me ask you. If knowledge was power, can you really just change your life just by knowing it? No. Knowing alone does not change your life. So that go right there with, I know a lot of parents don't disagree with me. I'm Asian. I mean, most Asian parents are really strict. They believe that going to school is a way. But the problem with that is, this is a mindset of a bygone cultural traditional thinking. I know. I'm speaking to all those people who believe in these things. That school is important. But at school is not important. But I believe education is. Education should and be able to change your life. Not just by knowing the facts or figures, but to change the end result that you want, to change the mindset of a kid, to change, to elevate his life to another next pinnacle of his life, not to hold him back, or her back. These mindset, this mindset put a kid in, it's funny. Adults or teacher do not understand about the subconscious mind. If you will, if you go from kindergarten to 5th grade to 12th grade, that's how America works, right? Now they're molding a kid mind, for God's sake. And they're inundating data that is freaking bullcrap that people believe and regurgitate out of their mouth. And wonder why they aren't happy and getting the result the way they want. You know why? Because that's how you create habits, ladies and gentlemen. Habits are created a long period of time until it becomes like it's subconscious. It's without any conscious thought. So therefore, you act on that idea. Okay. But here, the tricky person thing is, have you ever, have they ever had a class when you were a kid? I mean, think about this. When you were a kindergarten, from kindergarten to fifth grade, okay, they did not have any class on communication, relationship, selling, marketing, money, or history about money or economic. They just teach you the basic thing that you need to know, but it's good that you know that, but it's not as important. They don't teach you about marriage. They don't teach you about a lot of things that you should know. They don't teach you about tax. They don't teach you about how the bank works. It make you really think, right? It make you really think about these things. And then they don't teach you about why the rich are rich. And then you wonder why all the peers and people say, "Oh, I hate the rich because their kids are spoiled." That first of all, that's because that's the second generation. Usually the sec usually the generation they don't have. See, here's people what get tripped up. The most successful people, about maybe 75 or more percent, are usually self-made, right? Meaning they were broke and then they went rag to riches, right? The story from rag to riches, right? But here's the problem: most people don't understand this. That the reason why people are rich is because they built the knowledge, the skills, the mindset to become like that. But most people get tripped up, and then most people say success is this way. Hold on. First of all, how you know that's that way? First of all, most people, when people come in, it's like success is about accumulating a lot of money and cars and look. First of all, if you're materialistic, that's cool, and if you're but I'm saying as a whole, people look at you successful if you have a degree, right? First of all, people look at you if you have a degree, that means you're successful. If you went to the greatest school, you went to what was it? You have what was it? What's it called? A big house, all the success, right? But they don't teach you how to live. Most of the kids go out. I read a book called Me and a Teacher, and then the day that the college student leave, they graduate. That's the day they hyper consume. They consume so much. They become a consumer. A they of course they become a consumer and they become deeply in debt, right? That would make you pissed, right? And then they don't teach you about a lot of things. And people running around saying the same thing that the teacher's saying, adults are saying. Usually adults aren't getting the result they want. Usually they hate them. Usually the teacher have probably her issues, but never pick up a book to read. I mean, sure, I'm sure, we were forced to learn these things. That's why we don't like them. That's why most of the college students, it's funny. You know why? I'm a high school dropout. Well, not dropout. They kicked me out for skipping to my school, right? And back then, my mindset was different. Of course, if you understand adolescence or teenager, you rebel, you do all that crazy stuff. But as you grow, it's about awareness, right? You grow, right? And then when you find out that it doesn't have to be like that. But it doesn't have like the teaching can be fun. Like you know, I change. I change my way of thinking because I know that if I can read a book and I can take that knowledge and change my results, my thinking, my awareness, that's how you become successful. Not by people saying, "Oh, they would." That's the thing that made me pissed. People when see school already have pressure. Like from your peers, your teachers, your parents. You already have a lot of pressure, and they tell you to do this and believe this way and do this way, and you're poor and you want to be fit in by society, by parents, by whatever, right? And you believe these things, right? So what happened is you felt pressure to learn, the pressure to be able to show that you can do it. But if school would teach a student to build their confidence, right? To build to believe in themselves. Most of the kids don't believe. Most of the young adults right now, they don't believe in themselves. Terrible, terrible. They have low self esteem. They have terrible. Their mindset is like, holy God, like they don't believe. I know it's hard to believe. It's eh, you know compared to my mindset to theirs. Okay, first of all, they say that the day that the college student graduate, they never will pick up a book again because they hate the fact about reading. Most people read, but they read, novels. It's okay to read novels, but if you want to change your life, you should like read something to be able to upgrade your knowledge and skill base, right? Like life, it's about like elevating your level of awareness. But and then these kids go out and don't they like it's really messed up that these kids like go out and think that failure is not the way, mistake is bad, or like they believe in these things. My God, and then they believe in like they believe that they like who will believe in me? First of all, you gotta believe in you. Number one, first of all, most people are like saying they get entitled like, no, I want the government to change. First of all, like to help us. First of all, the government ain't gonna change help you. Of course, they'll help some, but not, if you want to achieve the level of success, you have to. That's your dream. You do it. And what happened is, man, people are focused. People don't know how to man, they become what was it? People like, cause okay, the thing is because in order to it, it, like I learn through trial and error, and I learn and read. Right now, most people say it's on course to read. It doesn't matter if it's on course to read or not. Well, now it is because Ty Lopez blew it up. Like he make people read, but still people attack people who read. But it's not about the book. I don't know what makes people hate books. And people. First of all, I know that people say they rather have experience on their own. I get that, but I was like that too. I was like, hey, I need more experience. But if you okay, so first of all, if you need more experience, right? That means if more experience could mean it could change. So what am I trying to say is, if more experience could help, then it would change your results or mindset or thinking or make me more happier. But it doesn't, is it? So it so you're learning through these videos and you're increasing your level of thinking a little bit. I want your mind to expand, meaning that you can, no matter what people say, you can live in a world where it's duality, meaning you can let ideas come in, right? Ideas come in, and it may be like people say one thing and but you believe in this thing, right? And books, you don't have to hate books. It's just that we the reason why we hate books is because we got burned out by I went to college and they make us read this stupid novel that I still remember a little bit. I don't want to remember like what's the point of reading a novel? I get that it's for like learning English, but you can learn English through personal development, the self-help books. Now, if they make it really fun to read, like really fun and learn. See, I think that if they make kids and a adult student learn that it's about if they can change a kid or adult's mindset, that it's really fun to learn. Like growing, building skills, a challenge, you know, make them become aware instead of like pushing the kid to learn. So, and also like the mindset of school system, it's really rigid. It's really not, it's fixed, right? You, you, if you try to get out the side of, basically school is almost the same as society. It's basically molding, actually, yeah. School is molding society or society adults way of thinking, right? If we can if we can change the curriculum, the ideas that school have, we can change the kid, because it's all start with the kid. Now, if we change the kid, we can change the world. Well, of course, you can change adults too, but it start with the kid. If the kid ideas about himself and build them confident, become high self-confident, and they believe in themselves, and they believe that mistakes are, you're going to make mistakes. There's no way out of it, that, but you have to learn from it. And what happened is people don't, school don't teach you, school has science, right? But people don't really incorporate. I don't know about school people now, but they don't they don't experiment with the knowledge they have gained. They just like inject it and remember. Just because you have an A, it doesn't mean you know how to use it, right? It doesn't mean that you know how to use that knowledge to the reality. That's why people are in student loan debt right now, and which can't go back into. That makes sense, right? It, and then talking to other people, parents, right? And it's go one ear and the out the other ear. They don't believe you. Why should they? All they see is like the social proof of society. Whatever our boss does, that means the right thing to do, but it's not. And they keep themselves in a bubble, a box, a limitation, if you will, right? The thinking. There's no innovation. Like school has no innovation. Like seriously, like they dumb down you to the point. They have no innovation, meaning they don't experiment with ideas. They don't like inject new ideas. That no, man. In marketing or some, and most people would think like selling is a bad word. It is not a bad word. Selling is you're selling to your friend all the time. It's just that you feel uncomfortable. Money. Money was once, my God, it's just a medium of exchange. People get all lost and hope. Oh my God. So that's my take on it. Like if school was, that'd be awesome. That the day that school become a self help stuff, I would learn any subject. Like if oh, that's the thing. At school, give you a choice to not the college crap. If school gives you the choice to learn whatever you want to learn, like any subject that's interesting to you, you learn. You get A's. You don't get B's or C or D. The reason why most people get C, D, F is because they're not interested in that subject. They're bored. They hate it. Probably. You know why? I was in I forgot what's it called, NSL class or history, whatever. I got probably a D or F because I hated it. I hate history. Now I'm more interested in history because I want to know what happened around the world because I'm curious. And that's the thing. Most people dumb down, like most school dumb down the curiosity. See, I believe that curiosity make you a genius. Curiosity make you question things, ask questions. Because once you ask the question, it opens the gates to more learning, to more knowledge, to more be able to adjust your behavior. Like if if for instance, I think because the school is based around confirmation bias, meaning they know what their existing belief is, and then they like they learn that way. They don't they don't teach you a strategy for. They don't teach you, instead of like I feel like the the school don't teach you strategy to learn to win, right? They don't teach you the strategy to learn to memorize things. They don't have strategy. All they have is a bunch of nonsense talking like behind my ears. I remember I was like, yo, I don't remember. Like I'm trying to go back right now. My memory. through the day of my elementary school to my middle school and high school. None of them has no strategy for success, no strategy for mindset, no strategy for learning to communicate with the world. And I'm trying to like, yo, whoa, whoa, whoa. That makes me even more pissed. And I was realizing, like, the reason why I realize now that the reason why people view me as funny because they're bored in class. I make it entertaining because people like to be entertained, right? And school is one thing, but school does not teach the important things in life that you need to learn. Oh yeah, do your. That's why most of the world is effed up right now. You know, that's why adults are life are effed up. My friends' lives, they don't believe in themselves. Uh, Teachers probably have low self-esteem. My God, we're not learning to be improving our results, our thinking, our awareness, our lens. You know what school should do? Well, since they're molding the kid's perception anyway, that's what school really do. School is about molding the kid behavior, perception. Then the idea, belief, therefore the lens, what they see the world, right? They see that world as if it's true, and they never seek out other information that clash with that information. I'm telling you, people right now believe in this, believe in that society as a whole, believe a lot of things that is wrong. So I believe that if they teach us how to like marriage, relationship, get along with each other, talk, communicate, I think would be a better place to live. And then they have fun. People like adults are too serious. Jesus, like why not, man? You only get to live once, man. I don't know why people get tripped up all the time. That's why people get. That's why people love Fridays on weekends. Because they don't work is like too serious. Work is work, right? But people, I feel sad for them, man. I feel sad for the people who don't have these ideas and knowledge, or not knowledge, but ideas, right? To change. I think that if people want or teachers want kids to change for better, to become successful, self-help is the way. Self-help and personal development is to change your ideas, belief about yourself, your perception. Because I think that school also should teach like good psychology. Now, I'm not talking about retarded psychology. I'm saying like people, like understand people how they behave and stuff. Why people do that? Why people buy that? Like seriously, like I think that would help. I don't remember learning about understanding about people. I have to read it. Like I have to learn through CEOs, best selling author. I have to read their books to understand that. But school don't do that. School teach you a bunch of dumb crap. And it is. So subscribe to my channel, like my video, and I'll see you on the next.